everybody, and welcome back to some more Not the Bees with Janky Nick. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing,
Nick?
Isaac? You're standing on some nuts.
Fantastic. I do love standing on nuts. I actually hate standing on nuts.
Do you like wearing stiletto heels while you're doing it?
Yeah, Nick, you caught me. That's what I'm wearing right now.
Isaac with his high heel collection.
Stiletto heels. I'm actually standing on peanuts at this moment in time. I have like a big bag. Get up in the morning, sprinkle them all over the floor, and so that as the day goes by, I can sit in my chair with my high heels on and just pop them from a distance.
They don't call you the nut crusher for nothing.
That's what they call me, the nut cracker.
The nut crusher.
Yep, that's me.
At school, they were like, "Oh, watch out for that one. He crushes nuts on the reg with his high heels."
Watch out for the nut crusher. Oh my goodness, Nick, this has gone off to a weird start, one that I was not anticipating, but I like.
I mean, you can't expect.
I like it a lot. You can't. No,
it's good. What are we getting up to today, man?
Nick,
last time it was a bit of a shambles. We had loads of technical difficulties, and we ended up getting like 4 minutes of footage.
Yeah. So, Nick, I have spent a lot of time on the server, and a fair bit of time. I don't know what we were doing at the end of the last episode. I guess I was trying to teach you how these bee things works, but it's actually it's actually so easy. It's actually so incredibly easy because you'll notice it was
quite straightforward.
Yeah, I've got some pure majestics over here on the left. I've got some common bees. These are pure queens and pure drones. I've got some pure cultivateds that are making us a ton of honey. I love it. Diligent, doing their job, just putting them back in over and over again. They're getting a stringy comb. Got Noble are doing their job, getting us normal honey as well. And then right at the end, we got Unweary as well. And so all of these are pure queens, pure drones, pure princesses. They're all the purest they can be. They've been inbred multiple times over. And you'll notice we've got a bunch of extra drones ready to go.
That's what I like to hear.
It is also what I like to hear, Nick. Also, what you might like to hear, if you open up your quest book and go down to bee shopping again, Nick, you'll notice the quest line has been redesigned. And so now a few more drones, or a few spare drones quests that we did receive about 4,000 times last time is still there, but it's moved and hopefully should be fixed.
It doesn't shaft us.
Yeah, it should be fine.
So let's try it out. I'm gonna get some honey drops. Oh. I'm gonna take the fall. Okay.
Okay.
There's
that's
exactly
fine.
10 in here, which
if this
is good.
goes bad again, Nick, I'm gonna be so angry.
No. I mean, coming from Mr. We got today quest. We're gonna find out, right? I'm pressing the thing.
Okay.
I've done it. Okay, I've got the notification. Okay, it's disappearing. No. No, wait, hold on.
No,
it's gonna be all right.
It's gone.
It's gone. It just updated.
It's gone.
It just updated.
Whew. Scared the ever-living crap out of No!
I think we can just redo it, can't we?
I got it again. Hold on.
Oh, I got it again. Oh, no.
Wait.
Yeah, I think when we come out of the menu or the quest book, on the quest, we get it. All right?
Okay, I'm not getting it on repeat now.
Yeah.
And that's really all that matters. Like, I'm happy with this.
That's all that counts. That's all that counts.
Nick, you gave me a mini heart attack there for a second. I thought we were going to have another, 50 minutes.
It's good. At least I woke you up, man. At least I got you alert.
You have. You've got the blood pumping.
Yeah, the adrenaline's rushing.
You've got me. Flipping egg.
Where the adrenaline's rushing, we don't talk about that, but it is rushing.
It's all rushing south. Nick, so if you open up the quest book again, by the way, and go to the first quest line, there were a few new quests in here as well, and also a few that we haven't claimed, one of which is going to give us some lovely
I'm going to claim
glue.
some things.
Yeah. But then, right at the end, Nick, you'll notice we have a new quest called The Long Haul, which I think is new. And basically, it wants us to get 1 pollen cluster and 1 royal jelly, right? So, if you go ahead and type in royal jelly, also you're claiming quest, Nick, and just spewing everywhere.
Spewing everywhere. I've had a heavy one. Where's the old chest, Isaac? Here we go.
They're kind of all over the place. There's one over here, but there's also 2 that I kind of put down haphazardly over here. There's one that's full of just bees that are useless. They're like half and half that I don't need.
Yeah, eventually I've noticed that. You've got 3 rows of apiaries, but 2 of them are not very well sorted, are they?
Yeah, so like the front two are just random right now. They're for like forest and meadows. And I realized as I was doing this, I don't think we need this many for forest and meadows, but we are going to need all these to get like just different types of bees going forward. And so having them is fine because we were using all these to get a lot of honey. But realistically, I think this cultivated one is getting us like more honey than any of the forest and meadows combined. So that's fine. I'm going to sleep real quick, Nick, here. But if
I'm looking at the old royal jelly.
Yes.
Apparently, if you put a business bee with a top hat, you get a 10% of getting the old royal jelly. But if you put a classical princess, 25%.
Yeah. So we're going to go with the imperial bee, Nick, the one that gives the lowest payout. But if you click on imperial, Nick, and go across to bee breeding at the top there, you'll see you get imperial with majestic and noble.
Noble. 8%.
Lo and behold, Nick.
I'm not happy with that.
Nick, I think all of the percentages are quite low. If you click on through to majestic again, like click through to majestic. Majestic is only an 8% as well, and yet we have majestic.
Wow.
You know, they're all kind of low. That's why we have those mutating frames to make it like make the chance of them mutating so much higher, right?
Okay.
So. First thing I'm going to do, Nick, is I'm going to go ahead and pick up one of these guys, and then we're going to whack it down. For now, right about here. And this is the one we're going to try and get that, what we're working towards, Imperial, right?
Right.
So, the idea here is that if you take, let's see. So, one of the good things about having all these apiaries at the front is if you look in any apiary right now, any of the front ones, you'll notice that we are kind of slowly but surely duplicating our princesses, which we're not doing with the other bees. And so having the princesses is pretty good. So if we take, for example, a forest princess and put it into this apiary here, what we can then do is we can then load that up with a couple of majestic drones. These are pure majestic drones, right? And we don't want these to mutate. All we want these to do is, I'm going to put an Oblivion frame in there so they get taken care of pretty quickly. But all we want this to do here is turn the princess into a majestic princess, right?
Right, okay.
And so on the first cycle, it'll be probably a majestic princess that is primarily a majestic bee and then has that kind of background trait of being a forest bee, right? So active, majestic, inactive, forest. What we're then going to do is we're going to put it through again so that we get active, and we're going to keep doing that until we get active, majestic, inactive, majestic, until we've got a purebred queen. Now you'll see we've got a princess there again.
Reading device.
Yeah, the old analyzer, this guy right here. And then once we've got ourselves a majestic princess, we can then combine that with, what was it now? It was... Oh, flipping heck, I pressed F11. Let's not do that. We can combine that with the noble drone to make the imperial, right?
Yeah.
So, whilst I work on this, Nick, you'll notice that also to get the other part of the quest, the pollen, we need a different bee. We need an industrious bee, right?
Yeah, hold on. Bear with.
Okay.
Pollen cluster.
That's the one.
Okay.
If you look in JEI for a pollen cluster.
Right, I'm going to tell you what we need right now. We need,
pollen cluster needs...
Hold on. We need industrious.
That's
you're
the
right.
one. Yep.
And so we need diligent princess and unweary drone.
So you can mix those up. You could use the diligent drone and a weary princess. It doesn't matter which two you ways you use that. But yeah, so essentially, Nick, we've got diligent here and we've got unweary over here, right? So we've got a lot more diligent drones than we do unweary drones. So you've taken half of those, yeah?
Well, I've taken 2/3.
That's fine. If you want to just whack those into any of these other apiaries, like this one at the end here will do just fine, and then combine it with either a forest or a meadows princess. We're only using those because we've got so many of them. But yeah, if you just whack that in and then keep like cycling it through until you get a princess.
Meadows princess. Meadows, where is Meadows?
So if I scan this, majestic, yes, that's perfect. And so here, I'm going to, 1 second, Nick, one second.
No, I got it. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay,
I've got Meadows princess.
I've
only got one, though. Is that bad?
You've got what?
I've only got one Meadows princess.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So when also you're going to want to have this Oblivion frame. That Oblivion frame is going to mean that they get, like all this happens a lot faster.
You get fused.
The Oblivion frame doesn't do anything for fusing. It just means that their lifespan is incredibly quick. Yeah.
Okay.
It means we're not going to get any honey from them, but it's going to just make this so quick.
We just need industry.
Yeah. I don't need no honey. Yep. That's the one.
I don't need no honey. I don't need no pollen. I'm a mutated bee junkie, Isaac.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and...
he doesn't get it.
Bloom. I don't, Nick. Once you get... So what are you trying to make? You're trying to make So you'll come back over here, Nick. You'll notice you've got a Meadows Princess and 2 Meadows drones. Those 2 Meadows drones, you can throw them in this, crap chest over here. We don't need them.
Put the princess back in.
Put the princess back in again. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and
Oh, is it this chest? Is this the B chest?
Yeah, this is the useless.
You're all going in your pricks.
These are the worthless halflings, Nick. These are the bees that have got like half and half.
Are we burning this chest to the ground
Nick,
later?
No, because I think what we can do is we can like melt these bees into bee DNA that we can then use.
I have seen something like that. I've seen that in other packs, and it looks quite fun.
Yeah, so we'll be working on that. And so again, here, just put the princess back in again, and put the other bees in the trash.
In the bin.
So I managed to get an Imperial. I've got an Imperial Princess here, Nick. So I'm just going to run that through with this. Take out the mutating frames because I don't want them to mutate anymore. But I do want a purer Imperial Princess. I also got an Imperial Drone, which is quite nice indeed. So I'm going to dump some of these out into there. So once we've got both of those, Nick, we can get ourselves obviously some royal jelly and some of that
royal jelly. It's an interesting one, isn't it? I wonder what royal jelly tastes like.
I'm not quite sure, Nick. Do any bees produce jelly? So you've got 2 diligent queens there, Nick. If you want to scan both of those in your bee analyzer and see if one of them is diligent, that will then hopefully allow us to move on with this. So I'm going to scan these guys real quick. If you go check in the carpenter, Nick, there should be some honey,
thanks, honey
in there. I do have like 20 on me, Nick, but I want to instill you with good intentions. Okay, so these are perfect. So now
diligent. Yeah, I got diligent, Isaac. I've got 2 diligent princesses.
Nice. So if you just want to we only need 1 of them for now, but having 2, I guess, is not bad. I've also managed to get 1 Imperial Queen or princess, and then 1 Imperial drone, which is nice. So now, Nick, you've got a diligent. Wank that back in there. Take out the diligent drone. And what are we making
and now
here, Nick?
I can put in the Meadows drones or the other drone.
No. Yeah, I think it's Unweary, not Meadows.
Unweary,
what is it? Is it Unweary? Are you sure?
I'll check.
Do you want to check real quick? Yeah.
I'm going to check.
Give it a quick check so we don't make any rash mistakes.
So now we can use unwary drones.
Yeah, so if you come back again into here, these 2 drones that are on the outside, don't use any that are in there. You want to use a pure unweary drone, right?
Right. So where do I get one of those from?
The sign that says unweary.
From here, that's what I thought.
Take those guys out. You can give them a quick scan if you want, but I'm pretty sure they're unweary. And then if you stick those in the bottom, before you do that though, I'm going to take them out for you. You want to put in the mutating frames because now we do want them to mutate. We want the chance of mutation to be as high as possible, right?
Right. So we need to make sure we've got diligent, and unwary before we start making them fuse.
Because then otherwise the kind of lesser trait can sometimes get into the mutation and cause the mutation you don't want.
Something else.
Yeah, so we don't want that to happen.
I got you, man.
And so now, again, the Oblivion frame is making the lifespan really short, but the mutating frame is making it faster. You'll see here you've got Industrious and then Unweary, right?
Yeah.
So now I would put the Unweary back in as the princess and then put the Industrious in the bottom and then just run that through again. The other Unweary drone can just be put in the trash.
So putting the Unwary and the Industrious in.
Yeah, but the Industrious is not a princess. The Industrious is just a drone. So the Industrious goes to the bottom. Yeah,
the Unwary princess.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
And then we get more Industrious. Is that the?
That's the plan. We hopefully will get more Industrious here.
Industrious is gone, Isaac. I hope they reappear.
It's inside.
Isaac.
It's inside the queen. Nick. It's inside the queen.
It's inside the
queen. That's how bees breed, right? They just climb up inside the other bee and live that way.
Have a little party.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some more signs whilst you do this. But Nick, like I said, I've been playing quite a bit of this. And by playing, I mean just like kind of looking through the quest line, trying to figure out how we're supposed to get to stuff. And I think there's some really cool stuff that you're going to like quite a bit once we get past this kind of initial bee breeding stage. What do we get?
I've got an Industrious princess. Is that
end
goal?
What else?
I've also got unwary drone.
This is Imperial. What is your princess like? Give it a scan.
Let's give you a scan, princess. Industrious.
And then the drone?
The drone?
Do you have an Industrious drone at all?
No.
Okay, so in this scenario, what I'd do, Nick, is I would I'd keep a hold of that Industrious princess, right?
Yeah, but the unwary drone is unwary Industrious.
That's fine. What I would do here, Nick, is I would come back over to... So, you've got a pure diligent princess, right?
A pure diligent princess, yes.
Put the diligent princess back in.
Okay. Let me just double check. Can I have some honey?
Yeah. Here you go.
Thanks,
honey.
Just want to make sure that she's diligent before I,
She should be, yeah.
Don't be so. I'm just gonna whack her in. Yeah, she's double dilly.
Yeah, so
All
whack
right,
that
dilly.
in.
Get in there, dilly. She's in.
I've got an unweary again, so that's going to go again and try and get as industrious. Also, make sure you're kind of actively getting rid of all the bees you don't need, otherwise it gets quite confusing in your inventory.
I'm going to do that now. So
yes,
I don't want diligent drone.
Else.
Oh, I do want diligent drone. Isn't that what I wanted? Or is it unweary?
No, we're working towards industrious, Nick. So you can get rid of everything that's not your industrious princess right now. Anything that's not an industrious princess, excellent. Nick, whack it in that chest.
They're whacked right in,
okay.
My friend.
So
my
back
friend.
over here, Nick, you'll notice we've got an industrious princess. I'll take this out. We've got an industrious princess and an industrious drone. So give both of those a scan, would you?
Okay, I will. So the industrious princess, the industrious drone, is industrious.
Perfect.
And the industrious princess is industrious diligent.
Okay, but your other princess is industrious, right?
Correct.
So at this point, we take out the mutating frames and then just whack in the industrious princess and the industrious drone.
Right.
I'm also going to take out the oblivion frame here because now this is perfect. We've got what we wanted, right?
We've got what we want before we get the. Oh, apologies. Here we go. Pristine stock. Bee produce. So now this is where we produce the old thing.
Yeah, so now instead of putting in the oblivion frames, we want to put in these untreated frames because these frames are going to... So now what's going to happen is it's going to take a lot longer for that queen to give us more drones, but whilst it's doing its thing, it's going to give us honey and it's also going to give us occasionally that pollen that we're after, right? Same's true with the Imperial Beanie, the Imperial Queen over here, that's going to occasionally give us that 15% chance of royal jelly, but Nick, we need to sleep because it's far too bright outside. And by bright outside, I mean it's very dark.
It's too dark.
It's far too dark. Yeah, it's far too dark. Also, I think we do have better frames, though. I think we've got these proven frames, which I believe are like untreated frames, but just better. And so,
by better, do you mean faster?
By better, I mean they give us a higher chance of getting the stuff we're after, right? We're not really bothered at this point how long it takes them to do their thing. We're really bothered at how fast we get the stuff from them, right?
We've got the honey comb
and the extra byproduct. So we don't need
stringy comb.
We don't need the stringy comb is the thing. What we need. You can go through again.
But has our industrious drone been lost forever now?
No. It's inside the queen, and then the queen's going to take a long time now because we don't have the oblivion frame in there. But once the queen is done, we'll get a princess and a drone back, and we'll probably 2 drones back. And like what we're doing over here with all these, we'll slowly but surely build up an army of drones.
Our portfolio. So now we can put a sign on this one that says industrious.
Yeah, and eventually we'll have enough industrious drones to where we could potentially turn like a forest, drone, or a forest princess even, into an industrious princess just by using enough drones, right? That way we don't have to go through the whole crafting tree again. And look at that, we got pollen. We got pollen clusters.
Oh, wow.
You've managed to do it, Nick. You've managed to do it.
So why do we need the pollen clusters? Is it just a quest?
It is just a quest, but it's also going to be useful going forward, I think, as well. And I think more importantly, the industrious bee is needed for breeding with some other bees to get us, for example, like iron bees, right?
Right. So can I detect the ting?
Yeah, take it out. We don't have any royal jelly yet, Nick. We're still working on the royal jelly. It's a work in progress.
I'm very interested in this reward, which is ongenetics.lab_machine.acclimatizer.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Nick.
I want to put it down. I want to acclimatize Isaac.
Whilst we're waiting for this, Nick, I think one thing that we're going to have to do next, I happen to have some insider knowledge, and I know the last quest in this quest line needs obsidian, right? We need to go to the nether with a nether portal, and we're also going to need some quartz going forward in the future as well. So... what I am thinking here, Nick, they say in the quest book that we should go and get an obsidian bee, right? If you type in obsidian, click on it and go over to bee produce, you'll notice that there is an obsidian bee that produces rocky comb and has a 10% chance to produce just blocks of obsidian, right?
Right, yeah, I see it.
Now, to make the obsidian bee, we need a hardened and a steadfast, and to get a hardened, we need a rocky and a cultivated. It's not really a hard breeding process, right? But Nick, if you come over to this lit chest over here, and press U on the simmering comb in the top right, looks like honeycomb, Nick.
Yeah.
press U on the simmering cone on the top right, and then go over to the centrifuge, the very last one, you'll see that if we put this through the centrifuge, we have a 70% chance to get 2 pieces of phosphor. And if you press U on the phosphor, Nick, and go over to the squeezer, you'll notice that if we put the phosphor with some dirt in the squeezer, we can get lava, right? And behind this little bit of stone brick here, Nick, we actually have unlimited water as well. And so,
well, Isaac, I don't care about your trash because I've got lava right here, my friend.
But we need enough to make another pole, Nick.
Yeah, but what if, right, we build a little sink basin, right, fill it full of water, and then pour the lava from above, use all over it, we'll get obsidian.
Nick, we need more lava. Bud.
To make all the obsidian.
Yeah, because an obsidian uses a piece of lava every time. 1 obsidian equals 1 bucket of lava, right? You will use up the lava in making the obsidian. So we need like 10 buckets worth of lava.
I got it wrong,
That's
Isaac.
Why we need the simmering cone.
You don't pour the lava on the water, you pour the water on the lava.
Yeah, that's the one. The other way around makes stone, Nick, which unfortunately is very unuseful for us. And so if you want to, so I've given you all those buckets, Nick. If you want to, I didn't give them you to put back in the chest.
I don't know, man. What do you want me to expect me to do?
If you craft all 4 of them in the crafting table, Nick, you will notice that you get obsidian.
Oh.
Right? Because we can't actually pick up the obsidian once we put it down because we don't have a diamond pickaxe, right? So what I want to do is I want to do that like 10 times, right? And to do that, we're going to need a bit more lava than what we have, okay?
So we need the squeezy McJeezy. Yeah,
so currently I'm getting this phosphor out of the simmering combs. I do have quite a bit in here. Yeah, what's your question, Nick? Also, can I have a bucket?
Craft this obsidian, will it use the buckets? Shall I find out?
Yeah, it won't.
Shall I bake it?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. I believe that recipe's from Industrial Craft 2. And oh, yeah, look at that. Could I get the ice bucket challenge? I like it. Can I get the bucket, please?
You want the buckets? You know what, Isaac? I'm going to be so nice you can have 6.
No, Nick. No. That's not how this is going to work, Nick. Come back. Isaac. You take all of the buckets. I want a bucket.
Okay, man.
That's not how this works.
But 6 buckets is better than 1.
It's not, Nick, unfortunately. You know, like you ever heard the expression less is more?
Yeah, but only for things like, diarrhea.
Buckets.
And,
I mean, in that
diseases.
scenario, more is more, really. I don't know what you're on about, Nick. So, basically, Nick, that's the plan here. So, if you look over inside of the centrifuge, we're making phosphor. We can then combine that phosphor in the squeezer. So, in here, I believe. Is that correct? Yeah, in the squeezer. We don't have any sand, and so for now, I'm going to use dirt. Some of our limited
I've got loads of dirt. I've got 50.
Nice. Very nice. And so look at that, Nick.
Oh,
look at that. We're getting buckets and buckets and buckets.
Should I put the other 5 in here?
Yeah. Whack your dirt in there, Nick. Whack your dirt in there.